excited to start getting this ball rolling, to really start building up the hype and the momentum and the excitement. And we have got so much fire, so much fun happening in the activation room already. Hello everyone. If you have not got your tickets yet, now is the time. As soon as you get your ticket, you can come and join us behind the scenes in the pre-party and come and plan your outfits, meet your new travel besties. We've got people literally flying from all over the world, like California, Canada. I always do the seas and I'm like, where else? California, Canada. Mine's gone blank. I can't think of another place in the world right now. all over the world. Oh my God, you can tell it's been one of those days. It's literally been one of those days. Right, let's get on Angeline, who is our headline speaker at Real and Raw Live, and we are going to get to know her right now. So let me just bring her on. Right. Let's get her to the stage. Your ticket yet? We want to know. Hit us up in the DMs. Put in the comments below. Where are you coming from? What are you most excited for? We cannot wait. We are, 7 weeks out now from the first ever Real and Raw Live. Oh, I'm so freaking excited. Right. Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Hopefully this will work. Is it gonna work? Yes! Hello! We have you. Let me just turn my volume up. Angeline! Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I am so good. I'm so excited to have you with me right now. And for everyone watching, Angeline is one of our headline speakers at Real and Raw Live. And I'm so excited to introduce you to the whole world.
Oh, thank you. And I'm excited too. And thank you. London has been on my travel bucket list for a long time. And I am super excited. And lo and behold, you contacted me last week. And it's an event that you do not want to miss. And I'm honored that you chose me as one of the speakers. I feel so honored and blessed. Thank you so much. You have no idea. It just means the world to me.
Oh my gosh. I love that so much. And I always say everything synchronized, divine timing, and it's just really trusting those pulls that you see from the universe and not being scared to reach out. And I was talking to the people in the Magnetic Sales Telegram chat today. So many people are so scared to put their services and their offers in front of someone who they feel in their heart would be a perfect fit. And this is what happens when you don't let fear hold you back. You get beautiful outcomes.
Exactly. And I talk about that all the time. And I'm actually going to be talking about that because fear held me back for a long time while I was married in domestic violence. And it held me back for a long time. And you know what it is? You just surrender. I surrendered to the universe and I said, that's it. I am going to move forward and I am going to make a plan to escape my abuser and my marriage of 23 years, write out that check for $5,000. That was the last $5,000 that I wrote to my attorney to start divorce proceedings. That's a huge leap. So when you feel the fear and do it anyways.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, because the universe rewards action. So when you release that fear, that's it. Just release it. Let it go. Step into your purpose. You would be amazed.
Or it's even like, if you can't let it go, just acknowledging it and then doing it anyway.
Right. Feel the fear. That's what I was saying. Yeah, feel the fear and do it anyways.
Because we can't always release it. Like sometimes we're like, okay, I can't release this fear no matter how hard I try. And it's like, that's okay. as long as you just take the action anyway. Just like you, Angeline, coming to London, you've never been here before. We had only just met, so you didn't know me from Adam. And it's like you feel that pull and you just trust it and you just do it and you take the action.
Exactly. I felt the pull, and I felt led by the Holy Spirit that told me, just do it. Just take a leap of faith and do it. Because amazing things happen. And not only that, abundance starts to flow in your life.
Oh my God, yes, absolutely. Because the universe matches your frequency, right? It matches who you are, not who you want to be. And so many of us are like, well, I'm becoming this person, but
right.
Not how you're moving right now.
Right. You're stepping into the new version of yourself, and I call that the 2.0 version of yourself. And we're always growing and evolving. We're always pivoting, growing and evolving. Even with my business, I've had to pivot, and I relaunched my brand 2 weeks ago, and it's been life-changing. You have no idea. It's just been so amazing because, I want to share my story of how I break the bondage, I call it.
Yes.
Break through those self-limiting beliefs, break away from that fear. And I have an interesting story to tell you. I used to be the biggest chicken of Facebook Lives. This is, and even IG, but now I feel so much, like now when I go live, it's no big deal. I still maybe get a little jittery, but you know what? Once you're out there and spreading because your story needs to be heard. Your story needs to be told to the world. And I know that some people are afraid to share their story in public. And guess what? When I shared my story in March of 2018, little did I know, and here I had the camera, I didn't have a tripod, the lighting wasn't so great, but I still went live anyways for 18 minutes on my Facebook page. It generated 7 million views.
Wow.
And I am like, oh my God, Tracy, hi. We are changing the world. Exactly. Tracy's a very good friend of mine. She's amazing.
Incredible. And that is such a testimony of you never know how your story is going to help someone. You never know how your truth is going to land for someone else, and it's just going to become that catalyst, that little moment that they needed, that they didn't know they needed until they hear it.
Right.
And it's like you open up the floodgates for them to move forwards.
Exactly. Talk about the floodgates. The floodgates really opened up. And I remember when I hired my mentor at that time, he said that I know that there are things that are holding you back, and one of them is sharing your story with the world. And that's exactly what I did. He was 100% right. And I said, so he challenged me to go live, and I did go live, and look what happened. Look at today. I started my podcast because of that live. I started my podcast. There was no coaching program at the time. It was just to help women share their real life stories, to help women rewrite their stories and break through that fear, because behind that fear is shame and guilt.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, shame and guilt. Yeah, they feel ashamed, especially for women who have gone through trauma, domestic violence. They feel ashamed. Oh, because you know why? Because they're afraid of what their family will think. And here they want to share their story, but guess what? You can't worry about what your family's going to think of you or some friends, because guess what? They're not paying your bills at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You're the one who's supporting yourself, or if you remarried, that's a different story. But part of my mission is to, and I've been successful at this, is building a community of faith-driven women who are seeking that breakthrough, who are seeking to break free from those limiting beliefs and shattering them, breaking down those walls. Because what happens is, after a traumatic event like that, they put up a wall.
Yeah.
They put up a wall. Now, what? Yeah.
100%.
Now what?
And that wall, it's like your audience and your community and your clients can feel that, right? Even if you think you've done all the healing and you've released all of the old narratives and beliefs, there's still this barrier. And it's a frequency, it's an energy that you might not even realize is there, but it can be felt by people. And it's only when we share those real raw stories and those raw truths and we really shatter the shackles of shame, right? Like we reclaim from that shame, we release the burden, and that breaks the wall and the barrier. And then that's when people can really connect with your soul and your heart and your mission and your movement and your voice. And that's when everything starts flowing in.
Exactly. You're 100% right. You hit the nail on the head. Exactly. Exactly. It's a transformation of your soul.
Yes.
Inside and out. Inside and out. And yes, we are here to change the world. But you know what? In order to change the world, the first step is right here. Inner work. I've done the inner work. I've done EFT tapping. In fact, Tracy here goes by Serendipity Trekker. She teaches EFT tapping, and I've had her on my podcast show, and that's very, very effective. Just you're releasing. You're releasing all that negativity and toxicity from your system, and EFT tapping helps you regulate your nervous system. So I can tell I'm a lot calmer, and I'm not afraid to go out. I'm not afraid to put myself out there. In fact, during my divorce,
you're flying across the world to put yourself out there.
And actually, my attorney said, "Don't put yourself out there while you're going through the divorce." I'm like, "Okay, I won't, because I know you're out there on social media." But no. You have to and I understood that completely. I understood that completely. So, but after that, then I started to open up, and I got involved in the online space and coaching, personal development, and I'm always working on myself because, for me now, speaking, getting, being invited to your event, which I cannot wait. I cannot wait for so many reasons because, for me, that's life-changing. Who knew I'd be flying to London? I'm going to be flying out, by the way, before June 1st. But what I'm saying is, who knew 1 year later?
And also,
who knew that?
Also, Angelina, I really want to give you credibility here for everyone watching, because Angeline chose to make this happen, right? Yes, I approached her and I offered her an opportunity to rise, but a lot of people will hide from that, and they will fight for their present reality rather than the future that they desire. And what you did is you said, I want to collapse time, and I'm ready to make that happen right now because I know that this is who I am. This is who I'm becoming. And so therefore, if I say yes now, I am already her. And that's what you did.
Exactly. This is the new 2.1 version of me. So, yeah, I'm taking a leap of faith, and stepping out, and nothing grows from your comfort zone. Nothing grows from your comfort zone. So because when you start to step out of your comfort zone and, do the thing, I've been told, do the thing that's scared.
Yeah.
Because when you do the thing that's scared, that is going to change your life. For example, a year and a half ago, and I think this is how we connected, I spoke at a mastermind event in San Diego, California in December of 2023. And I'm speaking in front of 70 people. And since that time, it's been I've been on virtual stages, and during COVID, I had, there were virtual speaking events that I had to be on there were no in-person events at the time, but being able to fly out there, booking my own Airbnb and traveling to the venue, to the location to speak in, oh my that's Angela, Greek Queen 19. How are you? Hello, Angela. Angela is a very good friend of mine. She's my sister, my Greek sister, and I'm so glad that she's here. So what I'm saying is, it's like when I spoke at that event, I was very vulnerable. I was a little nervous at first because that was my first time speaking in public, meaning at that location. So it changed my life. And I remember the event host saying that you crushed it. Like, he was really touched by my story. So your story is going to impact people's lives. You may not realize it, but it does have an impact.
Absolutely.
It has
and
a
the
ripple
more
effect.
vulnerability that you can share as well, the more real and the more raw that you can get, and the more that you can drop those masks. And, you know, as a speaker, and I always say this, right, the world is our stage. So it doesn't matter if you want to speak on a physical stage or if you create masterclasses, if you have a podcast, your voice is your vehicle. It is the thing that you can use to make the change that you want to make in the world. So whatever your stage is, but when you allow it to be expressed in such an authentic way, and not just authentic in like the buzzword, right? Like authentic as in, I'm not
Right.
just reading a rehearsed script. I'm not just trying to say what I think I need to say to get a sale at the end of it, but you're actually sharing your heart and your truth and your human behind what others perceive. That's when we build such a strong connection that sales just become the automatic byproduct of it anyway.
Exactly. When you're real, people are looking for authenticity. And I don't have slides. In fact, when I was in San Diego, I did have the slides that I kind of segued off the slides and just spoke on a personal level. And that's when people really resonate with your story, because I realized that, yes, you can have slides and everything, but guess what? When you're speaking from the heart, as I did in March of 2018 and broke the silence, boy, that's when it really has a ripple effect. And there were people and influencers from London who were sharing my live video on Facebook to their Facebook group or to other peers. So there were, I think there were over 1,000 shares. When I woke up the next morning, I was like, what just happened here? Like, you least expect it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And that ripple, that just continues to build and build and build until it becomes a tidal wave, and that is your movement. That's what you become known for. And that is the epitome of what we're here to do, right? To create change in the world for generations to come. Angelique, I want you to share with everyone, let's go with like the thing that you're most excited for June the 1st. Like, what is it that you're just like, oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for June 1st and to be on your stage. I'm excited, first of all, to travel to London. That's the first thing. And I am excited about speaking and sharing my story, because I know that my story is real and raw. And that's why I said yes, because because what we're talking about what I'm going to be sharing is my real and raw and vulnerability. And I'm really, really super excited about that, because I want to make an impact. I want to break the silence and make an impact with your audience, with the folks who are going to be attending. I call it a summit. This is a summit. So real, raw, and live. We're going to share. We're going to get real and raw and down, and that's it, And I am going to, for me, it's sharing my story of overcoming struggles and overcoming those limiting beliefs, because guess what? There's shame and guilt. All of that is all in there. So I am going to be sharing, because in the past I felt guilty and ashamed of sharing my story. And like I said, the ripple effect, I mean, this is a ripple effect, and this is global. and we are going to ignite the fire in London, and we are going to make a huge impact. I am so blessed I haven't even met the ladies yet, but we are going to be meeting soon. And I'm really, really super excited because, like I said, your story, you never know. Your story will have an impact on one or two people. You never know. In the audience, oh yeah, I can relate. I can relate to what she's talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in person, you never know who you're going to meet. And this is the power of getting in the real room, right? Your next coach, your next client, your next collaboration, they're all in that room because they move as big as you move. And when you say, I'm going to book the flight, I'm going to book the train, I'm going to make it happen, I'm going to take the action and figure out the how later because that's who I am. As soon as you say that, your frequency changes. And when you commit to that, the universe co-conspires and everything starts happening in your favor and it makes it happen. And then you join us there, June the 1st.
Right, right, yes. And people can, oh, by the way, let me share something. Let me share a little story. I love sharing stories, but like when I was, there was one of my neighbors who lives 2 doors down. She said, I cannot believe that you are flying to London. She said, are you going by yourself? I said, yes. And so when I get to London, I'm going to hop on the train from Heathrow. And because I checked it out online, I do my research. And the hotel that we're staying, thank you for booking that hotel, by the way. It's beautiful.
Isn't it?
I cannot wait. That's like living, okay? Like having afternoon tea. I'm like, okay, I love tea.
British.
The British, yeah, to experience the culture.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it is all about experiencing the culture. And that to me is life-changing. I mean, to experience that culture, I've never experienced the British culture, and I do have friends who live in, you know, like in London or outside of London, but to experience that for me is mind-blowing. And I know that my dad went to heaven on Christmas Day last year. I know that in my heart that my dad would want to experience that. Because my parents traveled. They traveled all over. And Greece is my homeland. So, and I know that he would want me to do that. I mean, I'm making a decision to go. And I love the British culture. I cannot wait. And I can't wait to meet you, the ladies, and everyone else there. But yes, when you speak at a live event, it's all about collaborations. I mean, I know in San Diego when I spoke, there were collaborations right away, right after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And for you guys watching, if you are thinking, I really want to be there, but I'm just not sure if I can make it work, I've got kids, I've got commitments, whatever it is, this is the kind of event that you literally rearrange your calendar for.
I agree.
The event that you make happen. Trinity, are you joining us? You need to be there.
Yes.
This is going
Trinity, I would love to meet you. I love your name, Trinity Soul Stylist. I love that.
Trinity
I love that name.
One of our Empire speakers. So she's been in the Empire Summit that we had this week and she absolutely smashed it. She is an absolute legend. I love you so much, Trinity. But for all of you watching, stop thinking about the how. Stop waiting. Stop saying like, I'll make the next one. Why wait? Like, why delay yourself 6 months, a year when you can make it happen right now? Book your ticket, make the commitment, and be the person who takes the action. Get in the room with other women who move like you do. Because as soon as you say yes, ask Angeline, you already have a quantum leap. You already become a next level self, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad that you touched on that because someday never happens. Oh, I'll book the trip to London someday. Someday never happens. So I set my intention, my goals. I set my goals every single day with intention. So when I said that I am going to speak at your live event, which is real and raw, and we're going to have a pre-party too, and everything, and you know, get gussied up and dressed up. Boy, that that is something that I am not saying no to.
Oh my gosh.
I want to see how you all dress up, you know?
I am so excited, and we are talking outfits in the activation room right now. That's why we're touching on that. But when you get your ticket, you get to join us. So we have our own Telegram chat for the speakers and the audience where we can share what we're going to wear. We can find business besties who are going to be traveling. Maybe they're near you. Find your new next best friend who can make that trip with you, and just get to network with other women who think like you do, who move like you do, and who are going to be in the same room that you are going to be in. So make sure you head over right now. Link in my bio. I'm sure if you DM Angeline, she'll have the link for you as well.
I'll have the link as well.
June the 1st, right here in London. Make it happen.
Make it happen. Oh my God, I haven't seen you, Lucy, in so long. Oh my
Everyone's coming out. No,
Everyone's coming from all over the world. Yes, how are you? How are you? Long time no see. I'm going to be flying to London before June 1st, obviously, because I need to transition to the time change. So, yeah, so it's going to be great. I can't wait. I can't wait for this event. I just cannot wait to share my real, raw, and vulnerable story. So get ready because it's going to be epic.
It is going to be
so great to see you, my friend. We'll need to catch up. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I love it. All you guys have joined us. If you're watching this on the replay, hit me up in the DMs, hit Angeline up in the DMs, and let us know when you book your ticket. Get yourself in the activation room. Come and immerse yourself in this pre-party energy before June the 1st, because we are all having the time of our lives whilst we're all expanding, right?
Exactly.
Every single one of us who are coming to this room, myself included, we are all expanding. We are all growing. We are all elevating. Come and do it with us, because that is how we make real change real fast.
Exactly. Exactly. We make real change and a real impact. And like you said, like we talked about, the ripple effect.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. This event will have a ripple effect. So I cannot wait. And I'm super, super excited. Yes, I may be a little bit nervous, but that's okay. But, you know, I don't care about that anymore.
Nerves are human. Like, if you're watching this and you're like,
here.
I could never do that. If you don't feel nervous, then it means that you don't care.
We don't care. Exactly. We are all human. Exactly. We are all human.
And
I've made mistakes in the past, but I'm not afraid. And I'm not afraid to, you know, I've shared mistakes that I've made in my life, and guess what? We learn from our mistakes and we move forward. We don't get stuck in that cycle. Because if you keep repeating, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, that, talk about ripple effect, it's going to send you down the rabbit hole.
No rabbit holes here.
No rabbit holes here.
Only wonderlands.
Exactly. I'm super excited.
Gosh. Angeline, this has been so fun talking to you and getting to share you with everyone. Everyone watching, go and get your tickets right now. This event will sell out. This is not an event where there are literally hundreds of sweaty bodies. This is intimate. This is high caliber. This is a Michelin star, not an all-you-can-eat buffet. This is about the ambience. It's about really having a level of excellence in the messy middle of being a human, of being a coach, a mentor, a guide, someone who leads others, and sharing that behind it all, we're all navigating exactly the same things. So get your ticket right now whilst you still can. There are squad trips available. Exactly, right? Like, why not bring your clients?